Hello and welcome to the non-Greg Sterlace show, except only that substitute. I'm your host, the Pamazon.
Hi. Yes, I prefer substitutes anyway because, why would you eat a regular burger when you could eat a veggie burger? Substitute.
Replacement.
Yes, Dudley,
I don't get a Chiron.
No Chiron for you.
Sorry, Dudley. I would give you some Crayolas, but you know I don't. Ha 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 ha. As you know, Dudley. But whatever.
I am aware.
Great. Yes, you're a magical duck.
You're a very aware duck.
We've got the whole animal kingdom. We've got space duck things. We've got kitty cats.
Where's she come from?
I don't know. Leonardo's a space alien. Is Penelope also some sort of space alien?
I don't know that she... I don't know.
I think she's more of a spirit.
She's more elfin, I think.
Yeah, she's like... she comes from some sort
like,
of...
look, can't you see, like, her standing up very easily? Look at her feet are, like...
I know, she's
they're,
so
like,
long.
down now.
Look at that tail.
It looks like she's wearing little furry pants and she'll just stand up and walk
Penelope.
away.
I love your pants. They're so cute.
I know, and sometimes if you rub her tummy, she spreads them. There we go.
Only
Spread
the
those
highest
long legs out.
viewing quality here, viewers. Where else do you get magic ducks and cat spreading and the wonderful world
She
of...
looks like a little person. See?
She is. I've seen people smaller than Penelope. At one time, this is gonna sound terrible, but I was at the circus and they had these things. It was like the world's tiniest people, and I swear they were... Oh no, Dudley, quit throwing things. But it was... I'm pretty sure Penelope was larger than both of them. But I used to love
She's a long
those.
girl.
She's a very long girl.
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought the circus was a very amusing place, because, like, I remember, like, people my dad worked with, one of them was the one who would just follow behind elephants with, like, garbage cans of, like, turds.
That sounds like a terrible job.
Yeah, but I just thought it was very funny. When I was a little kid, I was like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
want
it
to
is
do
little
that.
kid. It is. Yeah, that's true.
It was just like, damn, you could just be a professional
She looks
elephant
like a fake
turd
cat.
collector.
She
I know, she looks like a
toy.
doll or something. She's very... That
She's
girl
really
of ours.
I swear she's a real cat.
She's a cute one, but...
What you got there in your hot little hand?
Today's wonderful recommendation book is... It's this wonderful story called Babies in Black by... Oh yeah. I don't like the art as much. It's kind of like hipster, like garbage, like charcoal drawings. But it's still fun. Like it's basically the illustrated story of Astrid, and to a lesser extent Klaus Vormann, the two good friends of the Beatles when they were in their early German days, and about how her involvement with Stu Sutcliffe and how he died and how she dealt with it after he died. He quit the Beatles before he died, but he wasn't an early member of the Beatles up until 1963, I think.
Oh.
But then he quit to become a painter, but then he died, and so basically Klaus was going to become a member of the Beatles, but they thought he wasn't good enough, so he wasn't in there for very long. But he was still good friends with the Beatles, and he was the bass player for John Lennon's solo stuff in the 70s and up. So, but it's a really good story about her, basically, and her time with the Beatles during that period, and what's his name, Stu Sutcliffe. I've met Pete Best a number of times, and I always liked him. Pete Best is also featured heavily in this, but it's a very fascinating story, and it's I don't know how to pronounce the person who wrote this or drew this or whatever, because it's very strange and very foreign and very German, and I don't know how to say it. Arn Belstorff, I think.
That sounds good.
But it's a fascinating little story, and
Nope.
ah!
Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was trying to scare Penelope because she was eating tinsel, so I didn't mean to scare you.
How rude!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was like, oh, that'll scare her. That'll scare her. She'll stop eating that tinsel.
Well, maybe it was delicious. No one ever thinks of this part.
Yeah, anyone who's had a pet that ate tinsel knows what happens next.
Yeah, I do.
I don't care if it's delicious. I don't want to be taking care of that later on.
Who hasn't sitting there and looked at a succulent, shiny, just
Piece of tinsel?
it's just staring at you? It's like it's just gonna go down. It's gonna be so. But anyway, it's just like I don't know.
I don't either. Hey, so I'm just going to throw this out there. The Buffalo Infringement Festival. We're accepting applications, and if you go to infringebuffalo.org, it does come up every so often on the Chiron below me, like right down there.
Just
You can do whatever, you know. You can do dancing, you can do singing, you can do any kind of music. You can do poetry,
theater.
You can do film, you can do theater, you can do street performance, you can do I don't know, whatever you can think of.
If you can
Performance
think of
art.
it, you can probably do it, as long as it's not illegal.
Or too dangerous.
Yeah, don't
dangerous.
don't be too dangerous.
Don't be hurting people.
Only juggle a couple sticks of dynamite. Don't get crazy.
Yeah, don't get wacky. Don't get wacky. Wacky.
I mean, I like some wacky. I like Looney Tunes. Though the worst Looney Tune is Cool Cat. Everyone who knows anything about Looney Tunes knows the worst Looney Tune is Cool Cat. No one even remembers him. That's how much he sucks. Yeah, everyone hates him. He didn't come around until the 60s. He was the last new Looney Tunes character added while they were still running in shorts before movies, and he sucks. He was basically them trying to be like hip. They're like, hey, see, it's the 60s. We got like a cool character now. It's the stupid tiger wearing a dumb little beanie thing, and he's got a tie on. I hate Cool Cat. He's the worst Looney Tunes character.
Yeah, I don't really remember the Cool Cat, and that might be why.
No one does. No one likes him. I mean, I'll still watch those ones.
Maybe if I look him up, I'll be like, oh, right.
You'd probably know him if you saw him, but he sucks.
So, also April 13th at the Milkays is another Infringement Festival fundraiser. And there's going to be tons of stuff. There's going to be dancers, and one of them's going to be dancing with a snake. There's going to be magic. There's going to be people doing live art, dancing. There will be bands, all sorts of stuff. It'll be a great time. So April 13th at Milky's. Come on out. It's the Milky's Infringement Variety Show.
Yes, all of the varieties.
And there should be some more good old-fashioned variety shows. That's something that shouldn't have disappeared.
What should disappear is Cool Cat. I hate Cool Cat.
In modern country.
Yeah.
Well, we've won it, Void. Okay, we're back. You're back.
Yeah, modern country's pretty lame. Like, I get, like, that people have been, like, diluting things for years, but country seems way more diluted than even, like, the worst crappy pop rock. It's like, pop rock is so terrible now, but the country is so diluted.
Yeah, we called to order pizza, and they're like, cold, please. And then it was modern country, and I was like, oh, man, you are lucky you have the most delicious pizza.
Country was created by, like, the most ultra, like, poor, like, illiterate, like, types way back, 100-odd years ago, and now it's just, like, made by the most rich, like, pretty, like, it's just, like, whatever. It's, like, it's so not anything what it used to be. It's, like, you're not even just disconnected from your roots. You picked up the roots, dipped them in bleach, and lit them on fire. It's, like, geez, you and Cool Cat, you go hang out together.
They should hang out together.
But I had this great dream the other day where, for some reason, Huckleberry Hound moved in with us. I love Huckleberry Hound, but I didn't. You got very upset.
Yeah, he seems like a troublemaker.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a pain, but I mean, he's like one of my favorite cartoon characters. I love Huckleberry Hound. Like, I don't know, but I also had this dream where Pamela had this genius idea where if we bought a helicopter and we dropped Happy Meals from like the sky, that we would get really famous.
Because I eat so many Happy Meals.
Like, you had this idea that if we dropped Happy Meals from the sky, but then one of them accidentally destroyed this really old building, and people got really upset, so we had to go into hiding.
Thank goodness we had a helicopter.
Yeah, we did. It was like,
We just helicoptered away.
it was, I can still picture it in my head. It was this big domed red building. You're like, oh no, I didn't know I was gonna do that.
Yeah, that's not a very sturdy building if a Happy Meal takes it out.
No.
I mean, I think, it was probably only a matter of time.
Yeah. If random Happy Meals from space.
Take buildings out. They're not very good
I
buildings.
don't know. I got weird dreams. See, they're like Huckleberry Hound or Happy Meals. But at least not Cool Cat. I hate Cool Cat. So stupid. Why does he got a bow tie on? I mean, I like when animals in cartoons have bow ties. Like Yogi Bear's bow tie is great. Boo Boo has a great bow tie. And like again, Huckleberry Hound has a great bow tie. But I just hate it on. I hate that character. It's so stupid. He has a necktie. Do you recognize him, Dudley? Do you remember Cool Cat? Yeah, see, Dudley knows Cool Cat, but it's one of those things you're like, oh yeah, why was that ever a thing?
It's just like Scrappy Doo.
Well, Scooby-Doo already sucks.
What?
That's the end of good Hanna-Barbera cartoons, was like exactly when Scooby-Doo started. That's when the whole era of like, nobody has the flesh-colored eye. I think it all, because like, I like the old Hanna-Barbera when it's like, Deputy Dog and what's it, what do you call
Wait,
it?
so you're saying in Scooby-Doo they have the flesh-colored eye and therefore were bad?
No, that's just when it started being like the same crappy formula. All the drawings are really ugly and boring. And it's always just about a bunch of stupid teenagers that go around solving crimes. And it's ugly. I wouldn't even care if that was the plot, but it's ugly. All the drawings are stupid. I hate it. They don't even look like cartoons anymore.
The most, there's so many really much more rudimentarily animated, like Speed Racer.
No, Speed Racer has some great designs. That is some amazing designs. I don't care how badly it's animated.
What
the
was the
design
one
is great.
where there's what's the one that has actual human lips on the cartoon?
No, that's horrible. I hate that one.
What?
Blue Angel.
What? Blue Angel and wait, is there another one?
Clutch Cargo.
Oh, Blue Angel and Clutch Cargo. Okay.
No, Speed Racer gets a bad rep because the animation is done on the budget of like a ham sandwich and a dime. But you know what? The designs are great. The original comics are great. You know what?
I knew you were gonna get riled.
Because early 60s anime is the best time period. It's when Lupin the Third came out. It's when Speed Racer came out, and it's like I swear the late 60s, early 70s killed cartoons. It was already kind of like.
Do you think there's been a resurgence of some?
In the 90s.
Yeah.
In the late 80s when they brought back Beanie and Cecil, and then in the 90s, but then it died out again by the late 90s. And now I think it's just hipster garbage made by hipster garbage trash.
How do you really feel?
Like, there's some good things. I liked Regular Show.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That was pretty funny. But like, I don't know. Like the 90s had that's when like they went back to like how it was. There wasn't scripts anymore. I never put scripts in a cartoon. Why would you have a script in a cartoon? That's so stupid. And then it pisses me off. Like, who makes a script for whatever. But then, like that was there was some great stuff that came out of there. You had, Rocco, you had your Ren and Stimpy's, you had, I guess, 90s SpongeBob's okay. It's like 5 steps down from all the other ones, but it's better than anything now or anything from like the 80s. 80s, 70s, 80s is like the absolute dark age of cartoons. That's like the worst garbage.
You're gonna have people contesting this.
Whatever. I spent my whole life studying cartoons. I know the whole history of cartoons and animation. That stuff sucks.
What's the first animation?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, there's...
Okay.
Because, like, there's, like, a lot of different stuff came out around the same time, and no one
Yeah.
knows exactly. Like, I mean, there's that stupid dinosaur one.
Gertie?
Yeah, it's okay.
Come on. He drew that every scene frame by frame. They didn't have cell animation yet.
Yeah, that's why it's fine. Like, I like those ones just because they're so
There's that
old.
crazy chalkboard one, too.
Yeah,
Have you
there's
seen
that one. I've seen that one. There's... I don't know. It's just like... It's like the same thing. Like I love like when Fleishers did like Betty Boop and Popeye and stuff. But when they tried to be serious and they made like those crappy like movies about like the giant, it's like, God, why would you do it? Cartoons
Wait,
are supposed to be
what?
funny.
When did they try to be serious?
When they made Gulliver's Travels movie.
Oh, okay.
Don't try and be serious. Why would
I didn't
cartoons
know that
ever
was
be serious?
serious, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't like serious cartoons. It's like it's a cartoon.
We had a in Con 107 an argument of Fleischer versus Disney.
Well, Fleischer's obviously better. Disney has some okay stuff, but I wouldn't. It's not anywhere near. Disney can't draw as well. I don't think he's as good as an artist. And even when he wasn't drawing it, which is the only time I'm really ever interested, like. Because when Disney himself was drawing it, at least he had Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and he was working on, like Woody Woodpecker and stuff. But, like, at least that was kind of fun. But when he stopped drawing it, and he just put it off to a bunch of other, like, imbeciles, and he just whitewashed everything to boring nonsense.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's more watchable than anything now.
You are riled. You're riled.
Well, I was trying to think of something to discuss that I could talk about that really gets me fired up and pissed off. And I know a lot about cartoons.
I think. So wait, in the 70s there was that great animation Fantastic Planet.
I don't even think I know that one. Fantastic Planet.
There's a different name for it. It's French.
Well, if it's not from the United States, then it might be good.
Oh no.
It's just the U.S. that had the most garbage cartoons from like, ugh. I mean, I don't know, because I like 80s and 70s Japanese cartoons. That's when I don't think they were good. I think they started to become lame, frappy weeaboo lameness, like in like the late 90s and early 2000s. But like, I like that stuff.
Well,
That's why. I don't know. Like, I like One Piece. One Piece is my one current Japanese thing that's, I think, really funny.
but then you said the 80s were bad, right?
In America, they were absolutely
Didn't the
garbage.
Simpsons start in the 80s, or do you hate the Simpsons?
The Simpsons?
Yes.
The Simpsons are garbage. The only ones that are good are the ones from the 80s.
Right, exactly. But you just said there's nothing.
Because they kind of look really bad. Like, they look. I kind of like how garbage
They were
look.
meaner too, like as a family. They were like
The Simpsons is so
more
boring. I hate
dysfunctional.
dot eyes. That's so anyone anyone can draw the Simpsons when you're like 4. God, it's so obnoxious. It's like, God, it's okay. Like those ones are, it's okay. But like the Simpsons is like, ugh, God, Matt Groening sucks. He's such garbage. Like he's like, and I think he knows it. It's not drawn well. It's boring.
You don't like Futurama.
If it wasn't a cartoon, it'd be fine. But it's a cartoon. Make it funny. Give some people. Make it wacky. I don't know. I only like cartoons that are really cartoony. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
I only like like Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. But like, why is that not allowed to exist? You don't see that anymore. No, cartoons aren't even allowed to be funny. They're always gotta have some kind of message or like some kind of plot. I don't care about that.
I like a plot.
Read any of my comics. There's like, I've never, I never write anything. I just draw it panel by panel until something kind of makes sense.
Okay, that's stream of consciousness sort of
Yes,
idea.
that's how cartoons. I just like. Okay, I agree. People can like that other kind of stuff, but why doesn't that stuff exist anymore? It's like it was phased out in the like the late '60s. Then it came back a little in the 90s. Now it's gone again. Now it's like, no, you can't be funny. You gotta be serious and stupid and boring.
Oh, life, golly.
At least Speed Racer. It's just this guy living with a monkey in his car, and they travel around the world, just kind of like fighting crazy bad guys and racing for no reason. Like that's awesome.
All right, I won't.
The animation's terrible, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
the designs are great. The design is where it's at, And it's like, I don't know. I just think Anime is so like it just became like everything. Japan's worse than America. Japan is so bad with its animation. It's so just everything is copy. You gotta like copy this exact style. It's everything. It's
Yeah, I mean, there does seem to be very much a certain style, you know.
just like there's like yeah, and you all gotta exact copy that. But like, you know, there's some really cool Japanese stuff from like the 80s and 60s and you know, if you really search, you could find good stuff now. Like, but for the most part, I don't know. It's just like you know,
I'm covered with fur from Penelope. She really got me.
I don't want my cartoons to be serious. That's so boring. Why is it a cartoon then? I don't get it.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right.
It's like God. Imagine if Bugs Bunny just like had an emotional breakdown and everybody's like
Realized he was a jerk.
yeah, like who cares? He's a jerk. He's supposed to be an asshole. It's funny. Like
Yeah.
that's the point. I don't want. Who cares? I don't. It's Bugs Bunny. Just hit him with a mallet. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
That's like the point of Bugs Bunny. Like, God damn it! If people started putting plots in goddamn Looney Tunes, I'd be like, Jesus Christ! How did you ruin one of the only good things?
People
like-
ruin everything, though, you know.
They do. Like, it's like, Jesus, I don't get it.
There's a great song on my MP3 collection called exactly that. People ruin everything.
They do. They're great at
It's
it.
delightful song.
It's like Popeye. Like again, in the 80s, they had to think. There's a great story where Ralph Bakshi's talking about how like he was trying to pitch cartoons in the 80s, and they're like, he's like, oh, those are great, Ralph, but you know they don't have any marquee value. You need classic characters. He's like, classic characters. I got classic characters. Like they're all terrified, and they're like, what is it, Ralph? What is it? He's like, the Mighty Mouth. I'll make Mighty Mouth cartoons. And he's just like, and they're like, okay, we'll buy it. And it's really funny.
Okay. You lost me a little bit, but that's okay.
And I love those 80s Mighty Mouse cartoons. That kind of kick-started like cartoons being good again.
Oh, okay.
It was like the 80s Mighty Mouse.
All right. So then he was like, "Yeah, I'll make Mighty Mouse and screw you."
No, because he wanted to make his own characters, but like in the 80s, everything is like Popeye and son, or like
rehash, yes.
Vern and Shirley in the army and all this weird crap. And now so they're like, you gotta use some other characters, gotta have marquee value. And he's like, Mighty Mouse, that's what I'll do. I'll make Mighty Mouse cartoons. And it's really good.
Is that in one of the movies or?
Oh no, that was just TV
I know he was in
series.
some of the like
Ralph
maybe
Bakshi made. I don't like
comic
Ralph
book
Bakši's series.
Confidential or something. Was he in that? I don't know. He's in one of them.
I don't actually like Ralph Bakshi. I think his drawings are really ugly, but I still see why he helped get. He's really weird. He's like this weird Palestinian guy from New York City, but I don't know. He's really scary. It's kind of funny. He actually talks like that. It's really funny. If he's like, yeah, when I was making cartoons with Johnny Beck, and he always forgets everybody's name. He's like, yeah, that was like Tommy or something, and you know, and then I think it was Charlie.
Some of us have a lisp. Sometimes I have a lisp.
Yeah, but it's not the lisp. It's just that he forgets everyone's names, and he's like really stupid. He's always got this big giant cigar, and he's really fat. And it's really funny.
Well, maybe it's cunning in another form.
I hope not. That's not funny.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yes.
I mean, he made serious movies, but those are boring. I don't want to watch those.
What were his serious movies?
He made the Lord of the Rings movie in the 70s.
Oh, there's one in the 70s? Wait, is that the first one? I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hate on my favorite book series, why not?
I'm not hating on it. I'm just, it's not even in my...
That's even worse.
Woo! It's not in my
Yeah.
sphere of... It's not in my rotation.
Oof. I'm moving next to Dudley.
Has Dudley, have you watched the Lord of the Rings trilogies?
No, I have not
Well, I'm
watched any of it or read any of
Well, this is my last appearance on the show then. Everyone hates me, apparently.
just because I have no interest in Frodo's and such.
What about Dragon Lords?
No, not
Well,
particularly.
I can't blame you there. All right, I forgive Dudley.
What? I'm a busy person. I don't know what to say. You know, those are long ass movies, right?
I mean, I suppose.
I'm usually practicing or something.
All right. Whatever. You just been at practice for the last, 60 years. Or plus.
Okay, I guess. I mean,
I'm just kidding.
okay. Yes, I have been
I'm
at practice
acting
for
straight for
1,000
television.
years. Practice and practice and practice and practice and practice some more.
But the point is, he made the 70s version of the Lord of the Rings movies, and they're really ugly and boring, and they're not funny at all. So I don't care about those.
Oh, so I shouldn't watch those.
No,
you
those are
think?
terrible.
Oh, okay, don't
They're
watch.
ugly and
okay.
boring.
All right, fine. I will not watch them. I will not.
He also made the Fritz the Cat movie, which Robert Crumb hates,
Yeah, Robert Crumb does hate that.
and but I don't know.
He killed off Fritz the Cat.
Yeah,
in
I mean, I like-
response.
I like Robert Crumb comics, and those aren't really funny, but they're also they're kind of funny.
They're more like they're definitely dark humor.
Yeah,
You know, dark humor
the
for
really
sure.
early ones are very strange. They're like, because they're written by his like insane brother, and they're very Philippe.
Wait,
damn
hold
it.
on. Here we go.
His daughter does very strange comics too, and like, she's a very strange person, but her comics are pretty interesting. And I have a lot of his brother's comics too. They're pretty weird. And
Which brother?
the brother who was kind of crazy in the movie.
Charles, the one that lived with the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Aileen does a lot of comics. Those are
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I went on my crazy angry rampage.
You did go on an angry rampage. You did.
But I just love when Ralph Bakshi talks about the
Are
Mighty
you
Mouse.
Are you feeling okay now?
Oh yeah.
Feeling like
Yeah, yeah.
powered up and refreshed.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny to see a grown man complain about cartoons in a very angry way on TV.
Well, I mean, people take them very seriously, you know, even more so now than at the time. You know, now people will argue the most, the minutia for certain, become quite irate. I've seen it on the social medias.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's another thing. Why do people take superheroes so seriously? They're giant, overpowered, muscular people in colorful underwear. Isn't that supposed to be insane and funny? But people act like it's like serious. It's like, no. It's a bunch of beefed up idiots who beat each other up in colorful underpants in like the city. That's insane. That's funny. That's like,
Yeah, I'm not much of a superhero person either.
I don't like superheroes. They're boring.
Except for Buffy. She's a superhero.
Well, yeah, that's like cool superheroes.
Buffy's great.
It's like, yeah, I do like them. But I'm trying to say insane, funny things for the TV viewing audience.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were putting on a character. I thought you were just being...
I'm saying things I think, but in a very crazy way, so people think that I'm crazy and funny.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, kind
That's
of...
okay. I don't
yeah.
know what I'm doing either.
I'm just going to say one more time. But fringebuffalo.org. Whatever you do, you can infringe it. Just sign up and we'll give you a space. Closes on April 15th. You have till April 15th. So we have a very short window to sign up, which reminds me I haven't signed up yet and I better get to it because before I know it, I'm going to be like, crap, it's almost midnight and madly trying to sign up 5 different acts.
So
and
don't do that, friends.
don't do that.
Please.
Don't be me. Don't do that. Yeah. And also April 13th at Milky's will be the Milky's Variety Show.
We'll be there.
We'll be playing. A whole bunch of bands will be playing. There'll be dancers. Some of them have snakes. There'll be magic. There'll be people doing live art.
Be there or be.
There'll be a marching band. I forgot
square.
about that. Marching band will be there.
Yes. If you
Come
like
on,
marching.
it's like old time variety hours. Have some fun.
Yeah, come
Live
on.
a little.
Come on, get off that couch, you. I see what you're doing.
I prefer to be a trapezoid.
Well, fair enough, Dudley. So, whatever. Just do it. Just shut up and just go sign up. God,
Sign up and go to the show on April 13th and have some fun.
just do it. Come on, for God's sake, do something.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yes, there's been many interesting, strange street performances in theater and stuff. So call or text 716-406-7754. 716-406-7754. Darling viewers.
Yeah,
and,
defend Cool Cat, but really don't, because there's nothing to say. That guy sucks.
Oh, no.
He's a stupid tiger with a stupid tie on and a
Or
stupid hat.
Fleischer versus Disney.